Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Ejeka enjoy. Until I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe, stay blessed. I love you all. Bye.
Like a goldfish in a bowl. And he said, and I quote, I am the legal team. What I say goes. Any question you ask me, the answer I give you goes. Baba, nígbà tí brain yín ò ṣiṣẹ́, ṣe wá èèyàn tó kàwé. When your brain is no longer functioning and you suffered breakdown, the death of your son, why do you have to hand over the gauntlet to illiterates? Illiterates, people who cannot read or write. They say Muiwa is a treasurer or a criminal or a lecturer or whatever they call him over in America. Baba, we've listened to Muiwa. Muiwa cannot tell the difference between tea and coffee. Muiwa cannot make tea and ask you whether you want coffee or sugar in it. I rest my mic.
Good afternoon. First, let me greet Crunch Queen if she's still in the house. Crunch Queen, God bless you. I like your energy. Thank you very much, my sister, wherever you are. The IT.
We need to say thank you to ITTV first.
Wait, now they go down the lane. Maybe now they relax. I'm going down the lane. IT man, I don't first greet him. He's the PR of our time. We have to appoint him PR of the Lula election. And I want him to be assistant barrister in the court because the man can break down and really shake your heart. Hey, Lema, with the truth. So IT man, I'm going to be in court on Monday by the grace of God. The battle of the Titans or the battle of the Caucasians. So, IT man, I will need you there to come and explain the definition of cocoa and why somebody can be angry so much about cocoa and they're not angry about death of their son. So, but all in all, jokes apart, Justice team, I greet all of you, Susie, Sele, the new show where everybody is running to get the facts undiluted. I see you as the new king of talk. So keep it up, my brother. Susie, an aristocrat. I tip up my hat for all of you. Very wicked. Very wicked. Shori, to ba sure. Ma so fun pe omo mu se lo sale mi o. Lo sure o. Obìnrin ni o, má lọ máa yín àmì tán bàbá láyé wà o, tó di yẹ kó lọ máa fún pressure níta, immunization. So anyhow, I'm loving the team, TSL, my sister, I'm loving all of you guys, Amen, the lawyer, me I dey vex for you. Me I go sue you. Amen, I go sue you the way Baba Mohbad sue me. Because you're moving very slow. I expect you to be moving with the speed of light. We already have all the evidence. We know what's up. I need to see your documents. Let's talk more action. That's for everybody. Now, something everybody has not been talking about. Let's look into the possibility of what happened that you were gifted 2 million by Davido on the night, allegedly, that you discovered that your son was killed. Under what circumstances? I heard somebody saying we have to petition Joe Bad. That should be one of the questions. We need to know the 2 million from the video. Why? Under what circumstances? What account was it paid to? When was the negotiation started? So there's a lot of investigation that we need to engage in to really uncover the truth. And I want to say to anybody out there that thinks that all stations are settled, you're lying. Your stations are not settled. We have evidence, we know things We're hearing things every day. It's a very short time. People will start arresting people very soon. So if you think that you and your cohorts are secure, check the time wherever you are right now and record my voice. Your stations are not settled. And those who are listening know what I mean. And for all of us that are seeking justice, we need to put action to our words and give them pressure. That's the only commandment that he gave us. He gave us that commandment for any pressure, demoralization, brighten up the place, turn on the light, give them pressure. And if you sue me today, you have 100 more people to sue, because we are soldiers for justice. And Joseph Aloba must sit on that trial and tell us why he's been covering all these lies and manipulating the society, capitalizing on the empathic character of Nigerians and Africans, ripping people off, turning the death of a child into a money-making venture. So we have to really turn on the light on this behavior. So that's all I want to say. I can't say too much because we're now being caught on Monday. I just came up to encourage all my brothers and sisters that I've been listening to. And I want to say kudos. But just turn on the pressure. Turn it on, guys. After Monday, you'll hear a little bit more from me. Thank you. I'll drop the mic for now.
Yeah, African television, thank you for what you said. Sometimes slow and steady is better than rushing it, especially when you see a situation that is as complicated as this. You have to, carefully navigate your way through to get to the bottom of the whole thing. So we'll just be doing our best in all. I wanted to address an issue where someone was saying that it was Wunmi that invited Falana, and now they're saying the father, and all of that, and the submission of the IT guy with respect to Falana, it's glaring and it's simple. Why was an inquest initiated in the first place? It is because there was a kind of a round table sitting. Both the father, the wife, the mother, and maybe any other of their family member, and then Falana, all the representatives from his chamber, and all of that. Because the wife, the Mrs. Fumi Falana said in open court when she was asked, who are the witness you're bringing? She said, we're bringing the wife, we're bringing the father, and some other persons that were at the incidents where whatever happened. So Falana has previously represented Wunmi, the father, the mother, in fact, they has represented the whole family at a point in time. So they must have had a roundtable discussion, and maybe for some reasons, whatever caused a fallout, that the father had to change, go get another lawyer. That's not anybody's business. But the fact remains that the instituting of that inquest came from an understanding. Most likely it came from a resolution between the father, the wife, and any other person in that family of Mohbad. that is where the agreement for that inquest came in from. Because there was a discussion before the inquest came up. That is why Mrs. Falana came to inform the court that she is bringing, or they are bringing, the wife and the father. So this whole inquest, it is true that they just used it to distract the process of investigation. Nothing more than that. I don't know the need for an inquest, why an inquest was set up. The magistrate came in on the first sitting to say she's informing the public that that the pathology report is not ready. The magistrate was informed that the pathology report is not ready. So what was the inquest set up to do? Was the inquest set up to bring in the pathology report, or what? How? The whole thing is the involvement of Falana, just as the IT guy have said, it is just to just spoil the whole process of investigation. Police would have been able to crack this case. All this nonsense of saying Wumi went to carry phone and all of that, all these things would not have happened if the investigation was strictly, if the police were strictly allowed to do their investigation, do what they need to do. All this issue of talking about going to get the what is it called, for the phone forensic and all of that. If someone like Very Dark Man can get call logs and all of those things and all of that, do you think is a police equipment that will not be credible enough to be able to bring out those evidence from people's phone? When they are talking about striking of people, the likes of Evans and all of that, you think it's going to be a problem for the police to have been able to get the details of the phones of every person in that house, including the contacts between the non-spending and all of that we are here trying to see or talk about the whole thing with respect to, let's go to check the phone call logs, let's go to check messages and all of that. The police would have been able to do that. But the inquest was there to distract the whole process. And if we are going to accuse any person of initiating that inquest, even the father should be among, because the father was represented by the same Falana too. The father was represented by the same Falana. Wumi's own is settled because she has mumulically came out to say, I was the one that initiated the inquest. She has already said it in her statement. So it is either because she's just naturally dumb, or because karma or Mohbad spirit has pushed her to say what will implicate her and her team, including the Falana himself. Because if Wumi has come out to say, I initiated the process for inquest, so what does that mean? And then for the father, there is 90% possibility that he is aware of the whole process with respect to the inquest, and he's leaving the process to get another lawyer to represent him. Might just be part of the script that was written for him to play. Let the public not come and see it that all of you are together. Let the public not quickly, identify that the family have settled in a way. So let keep the scene to look as if there is still fire, there is still problem within the family. This person is trying to look for justice from this direction, the other one is trying to look for justice from the other direction. So I think that's just my contribution with respect to the issue of this inquest and investigation.
Amen. Just to buttress that one, when Yomi came into the picture, you say, oh, he's Nollywood, he's an actor, and this and that. Wumi is an actress. Baba Mohbad is an actor. Darosha is an actor. These people are all actors who have embraced their own script. And that's the reason why even Spending and Prime Boy, those two are like a cat that is dropped into frying pan and wants to jump into the fire without thinking, how did I end up in the pot in the first place? You see? But I think Spending, Prime Boy, and the nurse will be exonerated if those Aloba people and Wumi's family are telling the truth. Those three people are not going to be your prime suspect. And Wumi and the rest of everybody living in the house are not going to be witnesses. It will be the other way around. If we get lucky as members of the public, everybody becomes a suspect. Get them to now write a new statement, juxtapose that easily with the one they wrote before. And Baba Mohbad obviously he thought he was clever, just as Wumi requested for Mohbad to be buried. He also requested the Nigerian police to disband everybody that is investigated the process. When you put the two together, you can see the evil deed that is in this process is manifesting itself on two sides. Wumi and Baba are the two people that are not going to tell the truth. But if we get lucky with Darosha, Wumi, Baba, Abosede Alamala, every one of them will go down. And the nurse, Prime Boy, and Spending will walk away. So this is one of those where the godfathers and the industry gods and all these people, it's about them. It's not, look, let's not waste our time trying to dissect how dysfunctional the family is. It's a distraction. Let's not listen to Karimo. It's a distraction. Let's not listen to another stupid yellow lady, the one that is bleaching her life to death, that comes on Paparano's platform every now and again and talks shit about what she doesn't even know. I don't know, Temi, or whatever her name is. When you put this thing together, it goes back to VDM and Bobrisky. The industry gods on the other side against the godfathers on this side. And you will understand the reason why VDM will not get on this case is because this case is just shilly-shally. It's just sort of like namby-pamby. It's just more like a kid's zone. Because it's the guys at the top. It's Falano, that put instrumental in putting that inquest in place. If he can hear us, he needs to come and debunk it that, oh, I wasn't part of it. And then Lagos State Governor will say, no, hero, you are part of it, oh, it was you, oh. You see? And that is what VDM is saying, that the first video or audio is the tip of the iceberg. I've got two more. If I drop the next one, and if VDM drops the next one, it will be easy for us to recuse the magistrate, because the magistrate is probably linked to Oba Elegushi, the crown prince and crown eminent in Lagos. They've hidden all our identity based on Susie for Justice findings. And I don't know anywhere in the world that a magistrate will be on a case and you will not know anything about the magistrate in terms of where the magistrate is being, which school she went to, where she worked, which cases she's won, which cases she's adjudicated, the result of it, and all that kind of stuff. We have a magistrate, according to Susie for Justice. We need to do our findings. Say, let's do your findings. So they say our magistrate is a ghost. According to Susie, and I believe Susie, she is a ghost. They said you can't Google her, you can't Wikipedia her, you can't social media her. Who the fuck is she? I rest my mic because people have a lot of things to say. I rest my mic. African television, are you there? Where's everybody? Why is everybody muting themselves? Where's
I dare you.
Let them go sleep.
I dare you.
I make we wake up now. TSL, wait, what says you, lady? TSL, come on. You always have a lot to say. TSL.
IT, you don't overtalk everybody now. You don't talk everybody talk.
I just try my own small, you know.
You don't talk everybody talk.
Now small now.
Only I may they wait for make I see those documents.
What they do? They say Monday to Thursday, and they always keep quiet. And they always collect information from platform to platform. And I will come and do my summary over the weekend.
Now you be our PR manager now. No second.
Anything for justice, my brother. Anything for justice.
You're doing good.
Anything for justice. We need to get to the bottom of these things. We need to allow these guys to understand that we don't have to go to school. You see, that's the thing. We don't have to go to school to go and learn anything. Common sense is supposed to be common. And that's where we are. Somebody's
asking in the comment section for the name of the ghost magistrate. T.A. Shotubi.
Exactly.
T.A. Shotubi is the name.
Let the entire Black App community go and look for details about that person and see if they can find anything about that person.
Is it wizard? Is it Kunleski? Her name is T.A. Shotubi. Let's do the Google.
Yes.
Our investigators.
If we can't find information about this person, why have we allowed this person to run the inquest for 12 months with no results? Why?
They'll probably tell you for security reasons. They will tell you for security reasons.
African television. African television. You can find out information about Falana and Falana right now. So there's no security anywhere. I don't think we need to put security.
No. Falana is not a judge. Falana is not a judge.
What I'm trying to say is, even the sons, we can find information about them.
The sons, IT sons are not judges. Judges have some kind of protected right.
They don't have to be judges. But what I'm trying to say, when you look at offices and you look at cases, there is no way someone is going to be adjudicating on a case without a foundation to say they are suitable for the role. Us as public,
we need to know how they qualify. We need to know
that's what I'm saying.
Resume.
What is
the resume of the person judging a public case?
What is her suitability to be a magistrate? To be
in
the
America,
one to run it?
They want to know if she's far right or far left or liberal.
Whichever way. Come on, African TV. We must know something about any personality.
No, I'm with you, my brother. I'm with you.
I'm just telling you.
I'm telling you
what
they will tell us.
Find out something about them.
what's his name? IT. I'm telling you what they will tell you. When you nail them, they will tell you for security reasons they have protected her name. That's what they will tell you. So we
African
need to prepare
television.
for that.
Out of everybody they brought to the inquest, how many people have they protected? It's a sensitive case. How many people have they protected?
Let our guys do the work. Don't worry. I'm sure people are there doing the work. They'll find our resume.
No, we are in a good space, but if we need to call a spade, these are simple questions. These are simple questions and these simple answers. And then you cannot just go and masquerade someone's identity. And
what happened, IT man? You're silent. But all of a sudden you're gone. Anyhow, some information is that she's related to some Oba or some royal people in Ikorodu.
That is my point. That is my point.
We've had that rumor for a long time.
Is that one aspect of royalty that is also going to protect people like Oba? Any Oba element in this process is being protected by the same people. Any Oba at all that is in this game is being protected by the same process.
Anybody, hold on. Sorry.
Of one of
IT. Anybody in the panel section or anybody listening, can you do a Google search and tell us what you come up with? The name is TA Show to me.
Exactly. African
Let's
TV.
start the public search.
Drop the name in the comment section. And let
it's already there.
And come and tell us what they can find.
SHOTIBI. TA initials.
Type it in the comment section.
It's already there. Somebody already got it there. T like Tango, A for Alpha.
Exactly.
Shotibi. SHOTIBI. SHOTIBI.
Let's work together. Yeah, let's work together and see what we can find about this personality. What can we find about this person?
Home babe, come up and tell us. Home babe, you say she's the daughter of Oba Ikorodu. Home babe, come and tell us your source.
There you go.
Come and tell us your source. Come up.
Let me rest
invite Home babe.
Let her come up.
Invite Home babe. Why is IT going silent all of a sudden? IT, you gone silent again.
No, I muted myself.
It's silent in the house.
Hear me? I just muted.
Yeah, it's silent.
No, I just muted myself. That's all.
Read the comment section from my home babe.
Our sister-in-law is a magistrate. And
No,
she knows how well.
Home babe sister-in-law is a magistrate. And they know her very well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she's at work at the moment. She said she's at work.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, look, everyone that is listening should just Google it and let everybody come up with their findings. Let people request to come up and speak based on their findings. If you find anything that is useful, come up and talk about it.
Let me say this. If in fact she's related to Oba Ikorodu, then by default there is a relationship to Elegushi, and by default,
that's what I'm saying.
By default, listen, my brother, I'm giving you the steps. By default, there is a ground for her to be recused.
Well,
because Elegushi is mentioned in Mohbad's case.
Conflict of interest definitely will bring about a recuse. But the thing is, we need to have a solid foundation, a solid ground to do such.
Well, just on the surface, what we are hearing, if it's so, then we have enough grounds to draw the inference that she is not supposed to be on that chair for this case.
Well, I think the Supreme Iron Lady and Susie for Justice are working on that already anyway.
All right.
Yeah, they're working on that already. So if we successful in the process, at least members of the public are digging into that already and doing the needful. And then, once this old petition or whatever it is, whichever mechanism that we can use to get a system to identify that we, the public, that got this body exhumed, another outcry is actually that this magistrate there's a conflict of interest in our position as a magistrate. But Susie for Justice and Supreme definitely are working on that already.
What happened to your brother's Sunday broadcast? Your brother know they do Sunday broadcast again.
Who's that?
Your favorite brother, Joe Biden.
Yeah, but you do know that as Paparano and myself, I went on so many platforms around that time to kind of advocate that he came out and give us update weekends as much as Paparano is also doing his own. And yes, we did get him out. He got carried away, obviously started talking about his fans and all that kind of stuff. And the moment he got carried away, he got pig-headed and started talking about fans and believes that he's being worshipped. The whole thing became a whitewash, didn't it? It became a whitewash. So it's unfortunate that something we advocated for started off nicely and then descended into anarchy, into sort of like self-acclaimed narcissism, It became a narcissist and got sort of like carried away and, the megalomania of a man who thinks he rules the world and who thinks he ought to be worshipped and all that kind of stuff eroded the entire process. Obviously, if inadvertently, he came to disrepute. So, yeah, we did. What happened to it is exactly that the man actually got too big for his own shoes. He got too big for his own wigs. He got too big for his own office. So when you put the whole thing together at the end of the day, we create a megalomania of a man.
We created a monster. We created a monster.
Yes, we created a monster. I mean, we are instrumental in worshiping him to a point and actually believe that he has a stance in the society. We give him more kudos than he can ever imagine in his life. So
I wouldn't want us to blame ourselves. It's the emotional part of Africans. The emotional part of Africans. He took advantage of it.
We can't blame ourselves, just as we gave Yomi the benefit of the doubt. And benefit of the doubt is something that is key. When what's that guy's name? There's one guy, Abati, and he's talking nonsense and all that kind of stuff. And I told him, I said, look, any utterance of mine, anything I say it in a timely manner. I say it at that point, and my thoughts are just sort of like leaning off the discourse at that point in time. And that is always going to be my submission. That I'm actually swayed off what other people are telling me. Nobody tells me no shit, Abati. And I back down eventually. Because you need to understand that. Because I respect him a lot. I believe that we all have different ways of looking at life. And we all have varying opinion and all that. And I respect his opinion as well. And I think maybe I'm one of the people that put a calm into the way he moderates himself in public. But I respect everybody, and we just need to do what we need to do in this course And then, yeah, you're right about the fact that we're giving him the opportunities to come out, engage with us as the CEO, and it failed us. It failed miserably. What can we do? That is a problem. And right now is a non-entity in this case. He hasn't come out with all the public plea, with all the public money. He hasn't come out to be exemplary in his position as a CEO in this whole process. He's defamed his own office. He's brought his own office to disrepute, and it's clear to us that he's lied all his life. He's lied through the entire process. Is that all we want to engage with? And if he's been dragged, it's been dragged for a need reason. The public are not going to be there to kind of more like,
Let me ask you this question. Let me ask you this question. In the case of DNA, there is a high suspicion that Mohbad is not the biological father of Mohbad. What say you on that?
Look, African TV, let me tell you something. If you bring up a child and you spend 16 years of your life to bring them up to be upright, you are a father and you've done a great job, right? Regardless of whether Abosede may have done something wrong somewhere, whatever. But he brought up Mohbad to be upright his own way. And Mohbad, even in his life, actually attested to the fact that the father did well for him. Even up to a point where the guy who cannot eat and is actually doing without, is able to raise money to send him to poly. So let's not take that away from Joseph Aloba. And let's aspect of that not erode anything for the exemplary work he's done in the absence of Abosede to bring this guy up to a point that even when he left home and knew exactly what he was doing. Wherever he got engaged with after that, he knew what he was doing. So he's exemplary, he's done a great job, he's brought him up to that point, DNA or no DNA. But the DNA we're talking about right now is one that wants to swallow Mohbad's estate and his royalty illegally. And that needs to be fought. Wumi cannot say, Joseph Aloba, go and do DNA. Joseph Aloba brought this guy up. When Joseph Aloba and his family engaged with you and your family, you did not say anything other than this is Mohbad's father and mother. So let's call a spade a spade. DNA that is required right now is the one that want to hand over Mohbad's estate and his royalty to a bastard, if that is the case, and to a killer of a wife, if that is the case. And that is what the public need to get out there to support Joseph Aloba, who obviously is being compromised, who no doubt we cannot trust to be telling the truth. So we are stuck between a rock and a very hard place as members of public. We gave him money, he spent it anyhow. Yomi came, he collected his money. When the lawyer spoke with him, he said, don't worry, there is enough to go around. And the nonsensical aspect of all this traditional thing, there's enough to go around. An element of what they've agreed before.
Hold on, illegally. Hold on. You just mentioned Yomi. I thought you were promoting Yomi along with Paparano.
I did. No, let me tell you something. I made it clear on Paparano's platform for people to know Paparano and I are we are playing devil's advocates. And I made it clear. Go and listen to my comment if anybody screenshot it. We are going to loan him enough rope. It's either he excels and he is able to have enough rope to climb down, or he fails and use a little rope he has to hang himself. Go back and you will listen and you will know Paparano and myself played devil's advocate.
So you guys deliberately led him to the slaughter.
Yes, you have to give him the chance.
No, that's not giving a chance. That's not when you encourage somebody to jump off the cliff.
African television.
You encourage him to jump off the cliff.
No, the guy is excelled already because the public have already shifted away from Joseph Aloba. They've already started donating money for him. They've already clamored on his plea, and they've already seen him as Messiah already. So if we keep crusading negatively about him, we are doing wrong. All we need to do is allow people on the other side to believe that we're also part of the process of giving him the opportunity to give us what he has to offer. And he will rest on his laurels to believe that people on the other side are also on his side. And they will use some of the things we'll say and replay it to them to see, you see, not everybody on the other side is against you. These people are also in favor of you. And until you do it appropriately and properly, what people don't know is actually that when you get to a certain age in your life, you would have seen everything political, you would have seen everything commercial, you would have seen everything public, you would have engaged at different levels to understand that when the town crier is out and telling you, oh, hey, give this guy the chance, is a new kid on the block, that is what the public will do. And that is what we thought we had to do. And we had to do it. If you don't do it, how are you now going to be able to get to a point, a juncture right now, where we know it's a non-entity, especially when this inquest is in recess, so we can eliminate him out of the picture.
Let me ask you now. Now that you have led him to the cliff, and some people have actually donated based on your recommendations, those who didn't understand.
They've already started donating already. African television.
No, but they've
already started donating already.
Hold on. Some people that had not made up their mind, listening to Paparano, listening to you, may have said, if Paparano thinks this guy is good, let me follow the guy too. How do you get their money back?
No, they don't get their money back. Remember, all the money they donated to Joseph Aloba, how do they get that back? Wema Bank, Access Bank, GoFundMe. How do they get it back? Tell me. They can loyal. Get that one back.
They can hold on. They can get Baba. They can get Joe Biden. Yeah.
They are loyal. They will never ask for the money back. That's what you don't understand. You see, Latisne is a promoter. Latisne was able to get Baba's fans onto Yomi's side already. We can see it happening in our own eyes. But what I wanted us to stop doing is to stop Jack especially, and various other people that keep going about the negative thing about this guy on our platform, on and on and on and on. It is not useful for us to be seen as stupid when we keep saying the same thing over and over again, when the general public are supporting the guy anyway. So that's a way of suppressing our own negative narrative on our own side. It's a benefit to us to leave them, the public, and let them get on with it. And I said it, and you can go so many times. I kept saying, we loan him enough rope. If he excels, we have enough rope to climb down. And if he doesn't, he has little rope to hang himself. So me, when I say things, I know why I'm saying it. Jack is done a great job and all that kind of stuff. And even Jack himself has been attacked. Hold on, he's been attacked so many times that he keeps coming up with negative narrative over and over again. Maybe he needs to think about the way he moderates himself and make amends. Although he's doing a great job, but you cannot come on social media, regardless of whether things are going left or right, or things are stalled or not, you keep coming up with the same narrative. We know what you are saying. We understand. When we're looking for solution, when we're looking for a way forward, we expect your narrative to change a bit. Nothing against the man, nothing against him. It's just that we just have to learn from one another. We just have to
All
learn
I
from
have
one
to say
another.
is minded gan.
Ẹ má bínú ẹ̀gbọ́n mi, ẹ má bínú.
Yeah.
Why will a man see me and the next thing tó máa wá sí orí ẹ̀ tó ti dàrú yẹn ni wípé ó fẹ́ bá mi sùn? Nítorí nǹkan tí mo gbé sẹ́yìn, ìyẹn lọ́sọ̀ ti put me off. If you wanna bá mi sùn, don't tell me you wanna bá mi sùn. Be my gay boyfriend. A máa gbádùn ayé wa bára wa sùn.
Ṣé ní kọ́tẹ́ sọ yìí very few obìnrin ló understand ibẹ̀ yẹn wọ́n máa sọ fún àwọn èèyàn nìyẹn nfa wọ́n ti ní ìyọ̀kọ́ tí mo ṣe cancel last week mo sọ fún pé any relationship tó bá ti wà tó yẹ ok bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn ṣèbí sakẹ́ni wà ń bí bóyá ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì mo rántí làkà chat ní background ní message orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ but tó ẹ pé ọkùnrin tó ti wò ó pé tó ní another thing in mind ni chat yẹn máa wà frequent more frequent bóyá kẹ́ bá ṣe kí nìkan á ti like every time kẹ́ mọ̀ pé.
ẹ mọ̀ pé ọmọlúwàbí lẹ́yìn.
tí ṣáàtì bá wà frequent yẹn
òótọ́ ló ń sọ. ẹ mọ̀ pé ọmọlúwàbí lẹ́yìn àìmọye àwọn tó ní receipt lórí fóònù mi. ìjọ tó bá ti wá màá yà ṣé ìmọ̀ nípa receipt
òótọ́ ló ń sọ tí ṣáàtì bá wà frequent.
òun náà ni.
débi wípé ó gbé jongolo ẹ̀ jáde òótọ́ ló ń sọ náà yẹn náà. Àwọn tó máa dó máa pọ̀ wọ́n á dó wa wọ́n á dó free wọ́n á dó wa free wọ́n á sá lọ lọ́mọ jù.
so nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé mo sọ fún lady yẹn pé any relationship any ọkùnrin tó bá rí tó bá pọ̀ kí ajọ́ sọ̀rọ̀ tó ti nice tó ti ṣe kínní kó try àti máa define ẹ̀ pé wá mi ṣọmọ kékeré òun ṣọmọ kékeré a ti ń sọ̀rọ̀ a ti ń close ibo là ń lọ ibo là ń bá bọ̀ ṣe understand àwọn most time tọkùnrin máa fi parọ́ fáwọn obìnrin ni pé àwọn obìnrin tó máa rí tó yẹ pé ní mind obìnrin yẹn ó ti wò pé eléyìí gbọ́dọ̀ fẹ́ ni tó bá ti fẹ́ mi ìdẹ́kun gbọ́dọ̀ sí kankan ọkùnrin dẹ̀ ní ó ní intention outside marriage so ó máa ń dákọ́jọ sọ wá ọmọkùnrin mi kìíní kankan bẹ́ẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ń sìn pé ok àmì ìjà kò fẹ́ wà ní bá ṣe máa ṣe báyìí ni tẹ́ bá ti define ẹ̀ honestly that thing can grow kó yẹ pé wá understand ara yín and it can go to the next level but most times wọn kì í sọ everybody come and play along ni she understand and kí ni ẹ̀ man dangerous for relationship because when emotion is involved it becomes more terrible especially kí ọkọ wa lọ misbehave ẹnìyẹn máa hate ẹ jù gbẹ lọ she understand so ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ dáadáa but ó máa ń da kí ọ̀ máa make it open okay what are we up to where are we going what is the intention akọrọ àgbàlagbà ẹ jọ sọ lára yín ẹni consent ẹni right yín whatever she understand so that's the
please best people double tap on your screen ẹ má bínú sá pọ̀mọ́ wà o ẹja dúdú wà o pọ̀mọ́ ẹja dúdú edé pálá gbogbo ẹ bá ara jà God bless all your family ẹ bá ara jà o.
kò sí dragon.
you go explain taya ẹ ṣọ́ra yín lọ́dọ̀ mi.
so those things
dragon
they are things that pé honestly let's just try to always be intentional ṣe understand kò sí ni ọkùnrin wá sẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ yín ó sọ orúkọ báyìí kí lẹ gbé kíní kan kẹsí kíní kan that thing is to open you up response yín ló máa determine the next thing to say how far to go ṣe understand response yín.
parents pride ṣẹ̀rí èmi ẹni máa kú padì. kì í ṣe èèyàn ẹgbẹ́ mi bí ilé ẹgbẹ́ o ẹgbẹ́ mi bí ilé ẹgbẹ́ lẹ́tí rò kó ayé ẹgbẹ́ mi bí ilé ẹgbẹ́ ẹ̀ nice. ẹlẹ́wọ̀ ilé àti ayọ̀ kò jìnnà síbí o bláàkì tí mi ló ń gbé o èmi náà wà ní.
tí bá ti jáde máa bẹ gbé wa tó tọ́ Ọlọ́run máa bẹ gbé tí bá ti lọ máa bẹ gbé wa.
lunch I'm eating amala today ẹ jẹ́ kí n kúrò lórí life ẹ wò tí bá sẹ́ndì ẹ̀ sí tẹ̀ bá fún mi àti ayọ̀.
máa bẹ gbé wa mi ṣeré o bọ́ jẹ́ ìdáná tán mi tí ì ṣe ọ̀gbẹ́.
ní ṣàbí má bínú wọ́n gbẹ́nu lọ bọ́.
so mo ní post kan recently tí mo sọ pé ó máa ń difficult pé mi kì í believe ẹ̀ tí èèyàn kan sọ pé ọkọ̀ tọ̀ mi bá sùn àbí kíní kan no green light ẹ ti wà ń bẹ̀ chemistry ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́sùn ó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́sì so at that point láì ṣe underage ó yẹ kí èèyàn ti define ẹ̀ pé wá báyìí ni o báyìí ni o kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀ wá báyìí ni o so that ẹ jọ define ẹ̀ ẹ jọ understand where you're going to and how you want to handle it but kí wọ́n sọ pé ó tàn mí ní mí tí ẹ mọ ó ṣe kí ni kò máa ń kọ irọ́ ni kò possible àgbàlagbà wọn kọ́ àgbàlagbà how to go about things now so gbogbo orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ mo ti rí bọ̀bọ̀ kan náà tóun àti ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ sí náà ni tọ́jọ́ ṣe kíní kan tó wá yá ìkànṣẹ́ àṣẹ láàrin àwọn méjèèjì létà ló wá pariwo lásán kíní kan òun kíní báyìí kọ́ báyìí lòun ṣe lọ́wọ́ sọ fún ọ̀rẹ́ ẹ̀ gbà tí ẹ wá gbọ́ ìyẹn wá pè pé ọ̀dẹ̀ ni ẹ òun gangan ló nídìí ẹ jù táìmì yẹn sọ pé even kó o ní billions or kó o wá pẹ̀lẹ́ dúdú dọ́là you can't have me but táìmì yẹn òun gangan nídìí ẹ gangan lòun ṣe succumb ṣe wọn kọ bẹ́ẹ̀ and the guy became stupid later so ìtọ́ mo ti máa ń wọ̀n àwọn ọkùnrin tó máa sọ pé àkíní kan àwọn ṣe báyìí ẹni tó ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ yìí tó ń sọ pé ó ṣe gbogbo oríṣiríṣi fún yìí àmúyẹ àwọn tó ti ń disturb ẹ̀ over 1 year láti gba nọ́mbà ẹ̀ lásán tó ń rí nọ́mbà ẹ̀ gbà so you should just try to be mature and be an adult for once honestly many things happen in relationship and marriage a lot of things ṣẹlẹ̀ that's why kò sí template kan to fit all marriages bó bá ṣe wá ni wọ́n ṣe máa wo àwọn factors around there àtàwọn indices yẹn then see how to profile solution láti help marriage yẹn that's the only thing kò sí àwọn mí kọ́ lè ní nǹkan tó máa jọra wọn ṣe understand bóyá attitude ó ṣe orí platform láàárọ̀ tí man kan sọ̀rọ̀ then there was a woman that came up say you are talking like my husband ṣe ẹdún kan bẹ́ẹ̀ because ó ní traits tí ọkọ tiẹ̀ máa ní round ọkùnrin tó máa ń ṣe pé kìnìkan tó ti ní mindset pé obìnrin ẹrú lobìnrin so second citizen lobìnrin ẹni tó máa ṣe tó máa sọ ó gbọ́dọ̀ wà lẹ́yìn ìgbà tó máa ti wo kọtákùnrin bá ti sọ tán ni wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ consider wọn dẹ̀ kan máa ń ṣe mistake irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ ni a wise man tó bá tẹ̀ níbi tó ń lọ á listen sí ìyàwó ẹ̀ wá bye ni o give me your opinion what do you feel about it how do we go about it á gbọ́ in the process á learn 1 or 2 things but most ọkùnrin ò kí wò bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn àwọn náà ṣe máa ń ṣe mistake ọkùnrin máa ń ṣe mistake gan in everything ju obìnrin lọ.
Do you know what? Yeah, this is how they end their words. Is the way they end it is àwọn ìlú yìí tí wọ́n ti manipulate brain àwọn èèyàn wa àwọn obìnrin wa wọn ò ní respect fọkùnrin mọ́. I'm not gonna lie to you men, Nigerian men, ìlú yìí help yín ni. Wallahi, wọ́n help yín ni. Wọ́n ẹ wo bí most men don't know how to treat their wife. Nígbà tí a bá sun bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ṣì bí ẹ̀ẹ̀mejì bẹ́ẹ̀ mẹ́ta ẹ̀rí pé nígbà tí wọ́n máa padà sílé ọpọlọ yá pé bọ̀kàkà ọpọlọ yí pé yẹn ẹ̀ ń ṣe lẹ́ máa lọ ilé ẹ̀ máa ní àwọn ọlọ́pàá mú mi nì. Ìyá mi ẹ má pe ọmọ yẹn mọ́ ọmọ burúkú ni bàbá mi ẹ má pe ọmọ yẹn mọ́ ọmọ burúkú ni eléyìí tó yẹ kẹ́ fi ru brain yín pé ìlú yìí ò fẹ́ obìnrin fúyà. Let's be realistic here. I've said this before. Obìnrin tó fẹ́ a sọ̀rọ̀ tán sí bọ̀dábẹ̀ ní ẹ láàrin ẹgbàágbèje obìnrin wọ́n chúùsì wọ́n márì ẹ ṣé marriage wá jẹ́ gift fóbìnrin ni